Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This is eBay Game Hunting Episode 3. Sorry about the long wait. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this for quite a long time. And I'll be completely honest, the reason for the long delay is that I have not been using eBay for many, many months. I kind of put some limits on myself, put myself on probation, if you will, from using eBay. I just wanted to save some money up, and I was buying quite a bit. And with Portland Retro Gaming Expo coming up, I didn't want to use all my spending money online. I'd have more fun spending it, saving it up, using it at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. And just normal living expenses. I just wanted to stop spending so much money on eBay. But it's about time that I get back on here and do some searches, have some fun with you guys. Thanks for all your support with the eBay game hunting videos. I know they've been really popular, so as always, thanks for watching these. But what do you say we get right into it? So right now I've loaded up the lot page. So I typed in lot and filtered by video games. Newly listed, buy it now. As you guys might know, it's one of my favorite search options because this will allow me to see new items that have been listed. I could potentially find something on here that someone listed for a buy it now price that's really cheap, and buy it before anybody has a chance to. But let's just take a quick look through here. I'm probably going to do some editing this time around for episode 3, so if there's any slow periods while I'm searching around here, I'll just be sure to edit those out. Whereas in the past, I've just kind of left it to like a 45-minute block of me just searching on eBay. So we'll see how it goes. But just from the looks of it here, typically by the time you get down to like page 2, all the good stuff is already gone for the most part. So what do you say we just go back to page 1 and do a quick refresh here and see if anything new has been listed that might be noteworthy. A couple N64 controllers. Nope. Alright, so let's get on with our next search. So today I figured we can search for something that's signed. So we'll keep it under the video game category. Let's see what we got here. We'll keep it newly listed. We'll keep it buy it now, just in case there's something crazy here. No, alright, so let's filter by all listings. So it looks like somebody made a Super Mario painting, oil on canvas, one of a kind, $110. Selling painting on eBay is probably quite difficult to do. I would imagine something like Etsy might be a better site to try and sell custom artworks and stuff. So let's take a quick look through here, see if there's any signed video games or signed collector's editions. Oh wow, one of a kind signed Sigma Star Saga. That's kind of unique. I've never seen a signed copy of that before. I wonder who it's actually signed by. I don't even see the signature on here. What the heck? That? Are you kidding me? I can give my dog a magic marker and he can do a better signature than that. Please don't tell me that's the signature. Oh, well, maybe, all right, maybe I can see an actual signature there, but that, I'm sorry, but some people's signatures are just freaking terrible. At least that looks more like an actual signature. Hold on, let's just check this description. This is Sigma Star Saga, blah 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 blah. It's the one and only copy signed by 2 members of the creative force behind the game. Signed in 2007, the box and credits page have the signature of original concept creator producer Phil Cohen, and the inside cover is signed by character and artist Abby Goldsmith. The box and credits. So yeah, that is actually one of their signatures on the front there, which is apparently signed on the plastic. Is that signed on the plastic or the box? Anyway, that's... I honestly don't think anybody will bid on this unless there's like a hardcore Sigma Star Saga fan out there. But well, that's pretty interesting. What else do we got here? A Realm Reborn bag signed by... Of all things to get signed. So this is somebody that went to PAX. And apparently they got one of their big bags that they hand out for free signed by the sound director. Let's see, the producer and director. Okay, so that's pretty cool that it's signed by the producer and director. And apparently it's signed in gold, and that's a pretty cool signature, especially from the sound person, because they did a little musical note. So that's actually pretty cool if you're a big Realm Reborn fan and you want to like frame this up in a frame or something, but it's too bad they couldn't have got a poster signed or something a little more exciting. Alright, so here's someone that has some VidPro promo cards signed for Earthworm Jim by Doug Tenaple. But as much as I'm not interested in actually bidding on this, whenever somebody has something pretty unique like this, VidPro cards were used, back in the day to basically, before you buy your game, this would be used as sort of a point of sales thing where, like say Toys R Us, where you'd see the VidPro card like this in a holder, and then you'd have a ticket that you would take up to actually buy your game from behind the counter. So that's what these VidPro cards were mostly used for. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to just check this other guy's, his other items just in case. Let's see if he has a video game. He does. Because for someone to have something like that, he might have some other crazy stuff in his other items. It's always worth taking a look. He's got some imports. It doesn't seem like he has... Here's some more VidPro cards, not signed. A lot of people actually collect the VidPro cards, which I think is kind of a cool little side thing to collect, because they're kind of plentiful on eBay, as you can see here, and they're pretty cheap for some of them. Mario and Kirby, $7 each. I mean, it's not a bad thing to collect. It's sort of like a trading card thing to collect. I mean, they're larger than trading cards, so it's not like you could just throw them in a binder all that easily, but yeah, this guy has a decent selection of them too. So for those of you that are looking for something sort of like fun to collect, you can probably get some small frames for some of your favorite ones, hang them up on your wall. What do you say we actually search VidPro cards? VidPro, let's scroll up here and just see what the higher price ones go for. Of course, the more popular ones like Zelda and stuff like that are going to be the most. We'll do VidPro, we'll categorize it by games. And we'll sort by highest first. So let's see, what do we got? Shantae, of course, 45. But as you can see, nothing here is Zelda, $25. Let's just see, and let's search for ones that have actually ended. So you go to Advanced Search, Sold Listings, and you'll be able to see ones that have actually sold. So a collection of Mega Man ones, $41, and that's bidding. So Mega Man fans, you know, hey, there's a nice little collection of them there for you. And here's one of the ones that was signed by Doug Tenaple for $25 for Earthworm Jim. Zelda 18. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, they're pretty cheap, so yeah. Keep a lookout for those guys. That might be something worth searching for. All right, so how about we now search for... let's search for Standy. It's one of my favorite searches, and we're going to categorize that by video games, of course. Let's go with... I will just do it. There's only 85 of them, so we can take a quick look through here. Just to see, do I have it? Yeah, all listings. There's a nice Perfect Dark Standy. Of course, a lot of the more rare, especially Nintendo stuff, will typically go for quite a lot of money when it comes to standees. Problem with standees now, if I actually do buy one, it has to be one of the more like really small ones, because I'm totally out of room for large ones. Large standees, the problem with those is that they take up, let's just say, a lot of real estate in your game collection. Like, just look at this one, for instance, a SOCOM one. This is a box standee. I mean, it's fairly large too, so that's going to take up a lot of room in your collection. So be warned, if you're going to start collecting standees, try and go for ones like this. I mean, I'm not going to buy this, but just to give you an example, this is about probably like 12, 13 inches tall, and it's a small standee. I have quite a few of those in my collection, and they're typically cheaper, except for, you know, Final Fantasy VII, where they're asking way too much money for that. This standee's been on here for years, as long as I can remember. This person's been trying to sell this Pepsi Final Fantasy VII standee forever. It's missing the sword, or I don't even know if there was a sword attached, but it's a really cruddy looking standee, if you ask me. Well, it's a nice Kirby standee. It's nice and small. Even though, actually, no, this is one that was meant to hold the game, so that's actually fairly boxy. It's a fairly large, small standee. That's not too bad. It's a nice standee, though. Don't have the room for that. I'd have to be like obsessed with one of these games in order to buy a standee. I have this. I got mine for cheaper than that, though. Paper Mario standees. Seems like that is always readily available on here, actually. Alright, so that's it for standees. Not too much right now. How about we actually try for some video game searches? I don't think an eBay game hunting episode would be complete without searching for Super Nintendo games complete in the box. CIB, complete in the box. Let's just see what we got going here. Prices on Super Nintendo just keep going up and up. I had a chance to buy a complete in box Harvest Moon at Too Many Games convention back in 2011, was it? For like $70, and I hesitated, and someone bought it like right after I hesitated. So Kind of regret that because Harvest Moon Complete in Box is one of the most expensive Complete in Box games to get on Super Nintendo. But yeah, I do not think I'll be buying anything here. Oh man, Time Walk Games, the complete. What is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $900 in this bid. Time Walk Games, for those of you that don't know, actually did go out of business. Well, not go out of business, but they stopped production on their reproductions, and now it seems like their stuff is quite in demand. EVO, Search for Eden. Of course, still a very high price game on the Super Nintendo. One that I really want, but there's no way in hell that I'm going to pay that kind of money for a Super Nintendo game. I am sorry. What do you say we give a search for completed listings here, just to get an idea of how Super Nintendo stuff is going up in price these days. UN Squadron used to be like $20, $25. Now it's $55, complete in the box. Dragon View, wow, that's going up in price. I remember when you could be able to get that for like $40. Wow, Dracula X, $450. Holy moly. Yeah, Super Nintendo collecting still out of hand. Apparently N64 stuff is going up in price. So what do you say we just give a quick search for N64 complete. Let's go for highest first. Apparently it's going up in value quite a bit. So let's see, what do we got here? Wow, I knew that game was rare, but $300. That's one of the more hard to find games on N64. I don't have that one myself. Harvest Moon, $220. Glad I have that game now. Man, that is going up in price a lot. That game never used to be that much. 180, so that's a bit cheaper. 170, 170. Kirby, 170. Oh, it's sealed. Okay. I'm gonna say. Well, from looks, Conker's Bad Fur Day has been going up a lot too. 140, 150. Yeah, Smash Brothers going up in prices, not unreasonable considering, you know, the hype behind the new Smash Brothers that's coming out. All right, let's see. Let's go back. What do you say we search for homebrew? Not too much, but let's see what we got here. The only stuff I really click homebrews for are the Vectrex, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I don't really collect homebrews for like Atari or anything like that. Just it's not my thing. A lot of ColecoVision homebrews. That's making a big comeback these days. Yeah, that's about it. I'm sure if I did some other search terms, I might be able to come up with some other stuff. But let's search for DS RPG Rare. Let's see what we got going here. Minus Pokemon. We don't want Pokemon results. Radiant Historia, $50. I have a lot of the DS RPGs. Most of the ones that I want for the most part. It doesn't seem like there's anything special with that search. Alright. Let's try Sega Genesis. Complete in box. Let's see what we got. Let's do newly listed. You know, this here is one of the like least expected rare games that you would ever expect. I think it's on the PS2 if I remember right, and that version is not quite as expensive. The Xbox version of this Jurassic Park game though, it's sort of like a theme park game with Jurassic Park. It's actually highly sought after and is really rare and actually really expensive. And apparently it's a pretty decent game. But as you can see, they're asking $100 by it now. And these games sell. So for those of you that are out there hunting and you ever see Jurassic Park on the Xbox or the PS2, be sure to buy that if you get it for cheap. Mega Turrican. This is a game. Let me search for that real fast. That's a Genesis game that I've been wanting to add to my collection for a while. But the price is definitely going up lately. I can remember, not even, like about a year ago, you could be able to get this game for like $30, $40 complete. But it doesn't seem like there's... Oh, it just reminded me. Crusader of Senti. Probably my most wanted Sega Genesis game right now. Oh my god. Please, people, why are you driving the price up on this game? It used to be like 100, 120, 150 the most complete. Now apparently people want $400 for this? Good god. Please don't tell me they're actually selling for that much. Oh, the manual is 60. The cart is 150 now. This game is going way up in price. What do you say we search Shadow of the Colossus? Now let's sort it by highest first. Okay, so the Japanese collector's editions, of course, are going to be highest. Which I still have mine sealed, never opened that. Black label, sealed, $70. Doesn't seem to be anything exceedingly rare or expensive up right now for Shadow of the Colossus. Let's see what completed for Shadow of the Colossus recently, though. One of the statues. $400. Thankfully, I have this statue. I got it much cheaper than that. I bought it years and years ago on eBay for like 100, 150, I think. I also have this complete collection of the Kotobukiya figures. $375 for the complete set. Whew. And as you can see, it's just a collection of a couple of the Shadow of the Colossus figures. Thankfully, I bought that a long time ago as well for like $80 when they first come out, way before the game is as popular as it is now. All right, let's do a search for store display. We'll keep it ending soonest. Yeah, we'll do auction only for now. Let's just see. World of Nintendo stuff. As ugly as the sign may be, like, it's pretty plain Jane, right? I mean, it's a small plastic sign, very similar to the kind of one that I have that just says we have Nintendo. People still bid on it. If it's World of Nintendo, $67, I mean, and that's probably only going to go up. Wait a minute, hold on. What's that? People who viewed this also viewed. Oh, this is one of the coolest signs. It's really big. It's pretty expensive. I've seen them much cheaper before. But check out that N64 sign. I think that's so cool. It's meant to like hang from the ceiling. But yeah, that's really big. You got to have some space in your game room for that. Huge store display lot of Sega, Nintendo, PlayStation, Sonic. What is this? That's actually a really cool Sonic. Oh, it's cut in half. That sucks. Yeah, if you can see there on his legs, it's just split in half. That kind of sucks. And his thumb is broken off. That kind of killed it for me. Oh my god, brute force? Wow, that's pretty funny for brute force fans. What else we got? Crash Bandicoot? Is that also broke? Oh man, it's a shame these are all broken. That sucks. Star Fox Adventures. Splinter Cell. Nintendogs and Donkey Kong. It's a cool. Now, if they were selling that Game Boy Color sign down below there by itself for like $10, I'd buy it. I like little signs like that. Anything that's a promotional piece that's really small. Wow, this is actually Jack and Daxter. That's a cool little shelf topper sign. That would look pretty good with my statue, huh? What do we got? Don't care about that. And a standee to tell people that the PS2 is now online. Kind of cool, but I'd never really display that. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's not a bad little lot of stuff. I would be half tempted if this Sonic sign was not completely broken up. But yeah, 120. That's a bit much. That's just, it's watchable. First item of the day that's watchable. What else do we got in here? Let's see. So now this is cool here. Sonic Spinball Game Store Shelf Display Tag. So these would like fit into the little plastic holders, I guess, in front of the games. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a sticker. So you can like stick this on the shelf. That's kind of cool. I don't remember if I have that actually. Ah, man, my Sonic collection. It's getting to the point now where I forget what I have. I'll watch that actually, and I'll check my collection. And $15 is really pricey for something like that. But let's just see what other items this guy actually has, because this is some interesting stuff. All right, let's sort it by video games. Does he go any deeper? Video game merchandise. Let's see what this guy's got. Advertising brochures. Super Mario All-Stars hat. That's cool for Mario collectors. $40 though is a bit pricey. Wow, a 7-Eleven Pac-Man Slurpee cup from the 80s. That's kind of cool to have. I would not spend $16 on it personally. Oh wow, a Bubsy pin. I would love to collect Bubsy stuff, but there's just so few and far between items for this guy. I mean, there's an official plush, which is like impossible to find. I'd buy that pin if it was like $5 or $8, but not $20. Let's see. This guy's got some decent stuff, but The only thing that's calling out to me is that Sonic Spinball shelf display topper. That's it. All right, back to the search. You know, it's funny, you look at something like this, Xbox One Countdown Best Buy store display. You look at it now and it's like, man, I don't really want that, unless you're like a hardcore Xbox One fan. But like 20 years from now, I bet you this display is going to be worth like way more than $55. And it'll be really cool to have in your game room. Right now, it might not seem like it, but if you're planning for the future, buy this now because it'll be probably like, you know, the world of Nintendo display signs and standees. It's not going to be something that everybody has. Now, here's a pet peeve of mine. I absolutely hate Wii promo stuff because I'm sorry, as much as I love the Wii, you know, there's a lot of great games on there, but I would never want a promotional standee in my game room of like a random family of people playing, like smiling and like, I know some people have these in their collection and in their game rooms, but something just bothers me about having just random people in my advertising signs. And unfortunately, the Wii kind of falls victim to a lot of that. Oh, here's the sign I have. I have this. Mine is in slightly less better condition. I have a little. Oh, actually, this one's not in that great a condition either. There's some breakage, but this is a great display sign. Love that sign. $240 though. It is a bit expensive. Oh, wow. Here's a really nice Bravely Default display. There's 4 of them, so for those of you that are watching this video on time, it's only $13. And if you're a fan of Bravely Default, that's actually pretty awesome. It's the North American display version. I don't know if it stands up in the back. It might just be flat. $13, free shipping. That's pretty awesome. Oh, it's a promo sticker. Let's see. Brand new, unused. They're limited print items. These are hard to find stickers. 6x6, so it's actually really small. But for Bravely Default fans, that's actually still pretty cool. Wow, that's so cool. A loaded poster. I remember playing this game on the PlayStation. He's got 2 available too. That's a kind of cool poster if you're a fan of that game. What other items does this guy have? Let's see, video games and console. Oh wow, he's got a lot of merchandise. What do we got here? So it always pays to check other people's items. He's got a lot of posters. Peel and place stickers for Mario. That's pretty cool that he still has that. Yoshi's Island promo poster. $100. That's not bad for Yoshi's Island fans. Wow. A huge Blasto standee. How big is that? 4 feet. I know there's some fans out there of this game, but that's actually really cool if you're a fan of Blasto. It's really big, and it looks like it's got some damage. I mean, I'll add that to my watch list. But that's not something you see every day. Whoa, is that a Taiko no Tatsujin? Oh my god. Now I'm starting to like go off track here. Let's see. I don't have. Let's see. Oh, it's the game. I thought that was a promo. Got a little excited there. Yeah, this guy's got some cool stuff. Oh look, he's got a Blasto poster too. I love seeing promo stuff for like the obscure games from the 90s. What is this? PlayStation 1 top 10 new titles. Retail store display? Oh, and I guess you insert the names in there. Like it's not, let's see. So it's not like the game cases will be in here. It's just sort of like you slip the names in. That's kind of cool. Not $400 cool. Oh, look, I have this. Let's see. Yeah, his also has the same problem. Mine, I can't zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in on this for some reason, but the handle of the sword on mine is also like broken off. I guess it was really delicate. It probably came out to like here, so it probably fell off really easily. I have that sitting on top of my Super Mario Galaxy standee. This guy's got a lot of cool stuff. Let's keep exploring. Hopefully you guys don't mind when I explore the video game promo stuff as opposed to actual games. But I have a lot of fun. Because the fun... Oh, this is I mean, I don't think I'd buy this personally, but Gex merchandise is definitely not easy to come by. I mean, this thing is really beat up too. Yeah. But finding promo stuff for Gex is not easy. But we'll add that. I'm just like curious to see if anybody actually spends $70 with shipping for that. There are some crazy Gex fans out there. You'd be surprised. But the cool thing about for me, browsing video game merchandise as opposed to like actual games is you find a lot more unique and rare and sort of almost one of a kind stuff when you browse merchandise for games, like stuff that is just doesn't pop up. Oh my god. Oh, it's a poster. If it was a standee, I'd be half tempted. This is one of my like personal favorite hidden gems on the PlayStation 1, where he plays like this cannibal. Look at this. Daddy's little girl is out to save. I gotta add this to my watch list. I don't have room for posters, but that is so cool if somebody has a poster for this game. It was one of my first PlayStation games, and you essentially play as this girl running around in like a bikini. She's like a cyborg, and when she kills enemies, they explode into like guts and bits, and she eats them to gain health back. I mean, it's crazy stuff. It's kind of a cult hit for me, at least. I don't know if people think it's an actual good game, but I like it. Wow, look at this. A Speed Punks display cardboard standee. That's, too bad it's missing the logo. I would have bought that for $9 if it had the logo. Because as you see here, see those two slots on the top of the standee? That's where the nameplate would go, so it's like popping out of the standee and it would say Speed Punks. I did a review for this game, actually, if you guys want to check it out on my channel. It's a great little kart racer on the PS1. Wow, look at that. Is so cool. Oh man, if that wasn't $1,000, I would definitely, like, if this was $100 or something, I would get that. That is so awesome. It's a vintage 1980s Pac-Man chair. Talk about a gamer seat to play your games in. Probably not the most comfortable thing in the world, and that's actually terrible condition. It looks actually kind of disgusting, but given its age and somebody probably used it, I guess you can't blame them. But wow. I mean, I'll add it to my watch list just for the hell of it, because that's pretty cool. This guy's got some nice stuff, have to say. That's why it always pays people to check other people. When you see an item that you think is pretty cool, oh my god. Jet Moto 2 poster. I just hate posters though, because they're big. I don't have a lot of room for posters on my wall, so like the only place I can put them now is on the ceiling. But Jet Moto 2 is like one of my all-time favorite racing games on the PS1. What a weird poster though. Why is it like so laminated and unless he's got it like rolled up in plastic? This guy doesn't have the feature enabled where you can zoom in on items, unfortunately. I'll add it to my watch list, but $16 shipping, that's $46. I mean, that's a lot of money for a poster. I mean, I like Jet Moto 2, but I don't know if I'd spend $46 for a poster. And that does it for this guy's items. Well, guys, I think this episode has gone on quite long enough, but what do you say we end it with a good old... let's do Sonic the Hedgehog. Never type the in a Sonic search, though, because, believe me, this actually gives you more results. Alright, let's search for, rare... Nah, we'll just search by highest first. What the hell? Get the rare stuff or the stuff that's just completely overpriced. What do we got here? Jigsaw puzzle, $2,000. No way. This is really cool. It's too big. I don't have the room for it, but this is a huge Best Buy raffle Sonic the Hedgehog plush. If I have the room, you better believe this would be in my collection. But that's why I sold off my other large Sonic plush. They just take up way too much space. What is this? Mini basketball net for Sonic? $35 shipping. I mean, that's kind of cool, but that's a lot of money. But it's watchable. A lot of Sonic stuff. Let's see if there's anything I don't have. Look and find. Have it. One of my first Sonic items. I have that car set. Pretty bad condition, though. Have all the figures. The comics look in terrible condition. Have the wristband. The only thing I don't have is that cup, which looks like it's from McDonald's, yeah, so totally not worth it. That's about going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for eBay Game Hunting Episode 4, hopefully not too long in the future. Like I said, if you want it, just give me a thumbs up, and I'll do it for you guys. Just let me know that you will like these videos, and I will keep making them. Thanks for watching.